Welcome back to Giant Monster Games, I'm Adrian, and just when you thought things couldn't get any more crazy, Day 4 of Modren Masters Spoilers 2017 edition has returned with Scavenging Ooze. This is our first card. This card is a fantastic card to play in your sideboard for so many decks. It's also really good mainboarded against a bunch of decks as well, but it is a card that I consistently want to see played in the sideboard, and I'm glad it's being reprinted. It was reprinted in Commander a while ago as well, so hopefully this card will come down to the price where more people can have it, and you can actually play it in your decks without spending a ton of money. The next card was actually spoiled by the Mana Source, and it is Voice of Resurgence. So this card is fantastic. This card is one of the hardest cards to play around, especially if I'm a control player and that my opponent is playing Voice of Resurgence. I'm going to have a hard time because whenever we play spells, if we own this card, and whenever our opponent plays spells on our turn, we get a creature with power and toughness equal to the number of creatures we control. Usually you're playing this in a token or a little bit of a go-wide strategy, sometimes with elves, so it becomes very difficult to play around very, very often. Carrying on, our next card is Blood Moon. I am actually quite sad about this because I actually bought my set of Play Moons like a few weeks, no, about a month ago, yeah, so it's I'm a little bit sad that I've already bought this card, and now I may open one and have 5 Blood Moons. So I might just have to cry myself if I open one. I'm not going to cry myself when I open one. This card is fantastic. What am I saying? This is absolutely good to see reprinted because it was way too expensive. I mean, I spent way too much money buying Blood Moon, quite honestly. Carrying on to a couple blue spells, we have Anger of Bolus and Compulsive Research. Both of these cards are going to be very good in draft if you are drafting this $45 set, which I'm not gonna lie, I will probably draft it 1 or 2 or 3 or more times because I play with a bunch of crazy Magic players that love to do that kind of stuff. So it is really good to see these cards are being printed in this set, so it'll actually have some proper synergies, and realistically both these cards are okay. I don't think they see very much play, but you might build them if you're a little more of a casual player. I know I have considered Anger of Bolus definitely in decks before. Now we have Cruel Ultimatum. This card in some decks is an absolute killer, but for the most part, it is not the most amazing card. It is probably a little bit more of the bulk rare status than it is the, hey, we really want to open this card. So if you open this card, I'm a little bit sorry for you, but I mean, there are some fun decks you can build around this. I mean, Raven's Helix would use this card quite happily. And the last card of the day is Fiery Justice. Now, someone pointed out that, because I have a little bit of a grudge against Death's Shadow because I keep losing to it, someone said, why don't I just make a Fiery Justice deck so I make my opponent gain life and make Death Shadow shrink. So this is, interesting to see it's reprinted. I may actually have to go out and build that deck now. It is a 3-color deck, so it's probably not going to be super budget, but it may, we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe you guys can leave a comment down below if you'd like to see a Fiery Justice deck that is largely designed to take out Death Shadow's decks. Anyways, I'm Adrian, this is Giant Monster Games. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe if you like this video and want to see more videos just like it. And until next time, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to game like a giant monster.